What's up, fish? This is Quick Query Quiz. Let's get started.
On September 1st, 1977, unfortunately Ethel Waters passes away. She was a beautiful singer, dancer, performer, and actress. September 2nd, 1957, the Arkansas National Guard were ordered to keep black students from entering Little Rock Central High School. On September 3rd, 1838, Frederick Douglass finally escapes slavery. At the age of 15, he already had one failed past attempt. He dressed as a sailor and escaped to New York. This is where he declared himself a free man and successfully made efforts to assist others. On September 4th, 1904, Martin David Jenkins was born. He was an educational psychologist, most notable for his research work regarding race and intelligence. On September 4th, 2018, Part 1 of the Bobby Brown story airs on BET. On September 4th, 2019, the first episode of Wu-Tang, an American Saga, airs on Hulu. On September 5th, 2024, it was unfortunately reported that Rebecca Cheptegei passed away at the hands of domestic violence. This not only sheds a light on the endangerment for women, it also demands accountability and a request for their immediate protection. On September 5th, 2024, Peacock premieres Fight Night, The $1 Million Heist. This is said to be a reimagination of the 1970s classic Uptown Saturday Night. On September 5th, 1846, John Wesley Cromwell was born. He was an editor, historian, and lawyer. He was one of the founders of the Bethel Literary and Historical Society, as well as the American Negro Academy. On September 6, 2024, The Breakfast Club reports the untimely passing of Rich Homie Quan. This father, son, and brother will be missed. On September 6, 1903, Cornelius Coffey is born. He was an aviator and the first black person to hold both a pilot license and mechanic license. September 7, 1859, John Merrick was born. He was the co-founder of the North Carolina Mutual Life Insurance Company. On September 8, 1986, the first episode of The Oprah Winfrey Show airs. After 25 seasons, its final episode aired May 25, 2011. On September 9, 2024, Black Information Network states that Angela Bassett won the Emmy Award for Best Narrator for her work on the National Geographic docuseries Queens. On September 9, 2024, unfortunately, it was reported that the legendary actor James Earl Jones passed away. He was the legendary voice behind The Lion King and Darth Vader. His most memorable roles include features in Claudine, Sandlot, Welcome Home Roscoe Jenkins, The Great White Hope, and Coming to America. September 9, 1915, the Association for the Study of African American Life and History was founded by Carter Godwin Woodson, the respected historian, author, and journalist. September 10, 1854, John Mercer Langston becomes the first African American hold an elected office in the U.S. In addition to being a member of the U.S. House of Representatives from Virginia's 4th District, he was also an abolitionist, attorney, educator, activist, Libertin diplomat. On September 11th, 2024, Breakfast Club Radio reports the passing of legendary singer Frankie Beverly. September 11th, 1851, the Christiana Riot or the Christiana Resistance occurs. This was a rebellion against the 1850 Fugitive Slave Law. This took place in Christiana, Pennsylvania. The Federal Fugitive Slave Act of 1850 increased penalties for assisting escaped slaves and mandated that the state government officials assist in the recapture of slaves, even if it was a free state. On September 11th, 2001, 06, and Park airs its first episode on BET. September 12, 1992, Wake Carol Jemison becomes the first African-American woman in space. She is a respected engineer, physician, mission specialist, and esteemed NASA astronaut. On September 13, 2000, Barber Shop premieres in theaters. This current trilogy, over the years, has starred Ice Cube, Anthony Anderson, Lamar Tate, Sean Patrick Thomas, Eve, Troy Garrity, Michael Ealy, Leonard Earl Howes, Keith David, Cedric the Entertainer, Harry Lennox, Queen Latifah, Regina Hall, J.B. Smoove, Lamorne Morris, Carcel Bove, Tyga, Dion Cole, Common, Nicki Minaj, and many more. On September 13, 1885, Alain Leroy Locke was born. He was a respected and distinguished writer, philosopher, and educator. He was also the first Black Rhodes Scholar. On September 14, 1992, the first episode for Comic View on BET first airs. On September 14, 1921, Constance Baker Motley was born. She was a civil rights activist, former New York State Senator, and the first African-American woman appointed to federal judge. On September 15, 2024, Aja Wilson becomes the first WNBA player to score 1,000 points in a single season. On September 15, 2024, Lamorne Morris won the Emmy for Outstanding Supporting Actor in a Limited or Anthology Series or Movie at the 2024 Emmy Awards. On September 15, 1963, the most horrific tragedy strikes in Birmingham, Alabama. The 16th Street Baptist Church was bombed with dynamite by the KKK, which is still the most dangerous white supremacist terrorist group. The bomb killed Addie Mae Collins, age 14, Cynthia Wesley, age 14, Carol Robertson, age 14, and Carol Denise McNair, age 14. To this day, the country has never recovered. On September 16, 2024, People.com reports the untimely passing of Tito Jackson. He was the lead guitarist of the legendary Jackson 5. On September 16, 1940, the Selective Training and Service Act of 1940 is established to tackle the discrimination in the armed forces. On September 16, 1999, Queen Latifah's talk show airs. Let's not forget that the Queen has had an illustrious career and has also brought us songs of empowerment like UNITY. September 16th is Lost Boys Day in Queens, New York. This day is dedicated to the legendary rap group. Members of the group consist of Mr. Cheeks, Freaky Ta, DJ Spig Nice, and Pretty Lou. On September 17, 1983, Vanessa Williams becomes the first black Miss America. On September 17, 1970, the first episode of The Flip Wilson Show airs. On September 17, 2024, Dion Cole releases his comedy special entitled, "Okay, Mister." On September 17, 1879, Andrew Rube Foster was born. He was a respected baseball player, manager, and executive in the Negro Leagues. He was elected to the Baseball Hall of Fame in 1981 and affectionately known as the father of black basketball. On September 18, 1888, Jack Leroy Cooper was born. He was the first African-American radio disc jockey and broadcaster. He was affectionately described as the undisputed patriarch of black radio in the United States. On September 19, 1947, the legendary Jackie Robinson was elected Rookie of the Year. On September 19, 2024, Vice President Kamala Harris airs her Unite for America rally with Oprah Winfrey on her YouTube channel. On September 20, 2024, BT.com reports that esteemed actor Mekhi Phifer has a new film, Long Gone Heroes. This incredible interview discusses his lengthy career in Hollywood, preparing for roles and longevity. On September 20, 2024, BT.com reports that Queen Latifah and Will Smith will produce a biopic about the life and times of Queen Latifah. People are championing for Flavor Unit, Westbrook Studios, and Jesse Collins Entertainment. On September 20, 1910, Dorothy Young Johnson Vaughan was born. She was a respected mathematician, human computer, and NASA's first African-American manager. Her life, along with Katherine Johnson and Mary Jackson, were depicted in the January 6, 2017 release of Hidden Figures. These three women were the brains behind the launch of astronaut John Glenn into orbit. On September 21, 1872, James Henry Conyers was admitted to the U.S. Naval Academy as the first African-American cadet. On September 22, 1950, Ralph Johnson Bunch was awarded the Nobel Peace Prize. He was a civil rights activist and diplomat. On September 23, 2024, Dame Dash discusses his legacy to move the culture forward, business ventures, and non-compromising longevity on his America New Network YouTube channel. On September 23, 1961, the esteemed Thurgood Marshall was nominated to the U.S. Circuit Court of Appeals. He was a respected lawyer and civil rights activist prior to his appointment. On September 24, 1990, River Bend is released, starring Margaret Avery and Steve James. On September 24, 2024, Variety.com discusses the March 2025 release of Sinners. This feature film is directed by Ryan Coogler and stars Michael B. Jordan. On September 24, 2016, the National Museum of African American History and Culture opens in Washington, D.C. On September 25, 2024, Prime Video released the Cross trailer on their YouTube channel. The series stars Aldous Hodge and is expected to premiere November 14th, 2024. On September 25th, 2024, BT.com reports the unfortunate passing of Cat Glover. She was an iconic performer who collaborated with Prince. On September 25th, 2024, BT.com reports the social media outcry of the execution of Marcellus Williams. The online supporters voiced concerns over the case's fairness, DNA evidence, and potential innocence. On September 25, 2001, Fubu Records releases The Good Life, which is a compilation album with hits like Fatty Girl, Lights, Camera, Action, and 50 Pliers Deep. On September 25, 2024, BT.com discusses the untold story of the Mavis Beacon software through the lens of a documentary. Directed by Jasmine Jones, the documentary will reveal the hidden history behind the iconic typing software, diving deep into identity, exploitation, and the impact of Black women in tech fields. On September 25, 1974, Barbara W. Hancock becomes the first Black woman named a White House Fellow. On September 26, 1995, Capitol Records releases the Dead President's soundtrack with hits that include If You Want Me to Stay by Sly and the Family Stone, Walk On by Isaac Hayes, The Payback by James Brown, I'll Be Around by The Spinners, I Miss You by Harold Melvin and the Blue Notes, and many more. September 26, 1899, William Levi Dawson was born. He was a respected musicologist. He specialized in Black religious folk music. On September 27, 1905, William Christopher Handy's Memphis Blues composition becomes published. This was the first published blues composition. On September 28, 1864, the incredible Richard Barry Harrison was born. He was an amazing actor and lecturer. On September 28, 1969, Leslie Marian Uggams is the first Black woman to have her own variety show on CBS. She was born on May 25, 1943. Please note, Ethel Waters was the first Black woman to have her own show on NBC. On September 28, 1975, Karan Ashley is born. She is an incredible singer and dancer, but is most notably known for her role as the Yellow Ranger on the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. On September 29, 1910, there was the first meeting of the National Urban League. The National Urban League is an esteemed civil rights organization. The organization was founded to provide assistance to African Americans needing support in economics and social justice. September 30, 2008. Unfortunately, J.L. Chestnut Jr. passes away. He was author, civil rights leader, but is most notably known for being the first African American lawyer in Selma, Alabama. On September 30, 2024, NBC News unfortunately reports the passing of Dikembe Mutombo. He was a legendary basketball Hall of Famer and NBA Global Ambassador. On September 30, 2024, the untimely passing of actor Ken Page was reported. He was most known for voicing Disney's Oogie Boogie in The Nightmare Before Christmas Ken Page was also a Broadway veteran.